Galuwa is a Gadigal word, so it's a word from the country in which UTS occupies, and it means to climb. So it's really about young Indigenous people climbing, aspiring to a career in health. Galuwa Health is a university experience for Indigenous high school students that allows them to imagine themselves working in a particular health-related career.
The Faculty of Health is aware that the difference in health outcomes for Indigenous and non-Indigenous Australians is unacceptable. And as a faculty, we are committed to trying to make a difference. So Galuwa Health is one way of introducing to students the potential they may have to come to university and to study in the areas of health. And for the first time in 2016, we'll be offering a Bachelor of Primary Health Care, which is an away-from-base federally funded program for Indigenous students only.
The other thing that's important for Indigenous students and something that UTS does particularly well is provide a very supportive environment for Indigenous students, and that's principally done through Jumbunna Indigenous House of Learning. But Jumbunna provides a place of access for Indigenous students, so we facilitate a number of pathways for Indigenous students into the university.
I think these programs are really important for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students and adults alike, because it helps us not only get out and be able to see what it is you'd be going into in uni or TAFE life, but it also helps you get into the community.
It kind of brings us together and gives us a sense of belonging. You know, you feel supported, and I know a lot of kids in remote areas might not feel this way.
A lot of them think, oh, we're not good enough to do things like that, and people like us get put down a lot, and I reckon them being offered things like this will boost their self-esteem and make them think, okay, I'm good enough for this and we're just as good as anyone else in the world.
The key things I learnt this week while I was here is to be more confident in myself and my studies, because I wasn't really sure at first. I was like, oh, it might not be what I want to do, like I might not be smart enough to get into it, but I feel like I can do it now.
I learned that there are many pathways in especially health. Like at first I wasn't the most interested in health, I was leaning towards other fields, but then as soon as I went into this program, it was like, there are so many opportunities and things I could do and things that I'm interested in, and it was great.
The best week I've ever had. If I could do this again, I would definitely take the opportunity to. It's made me feel a lot more confident, not just because I now know what I'm coming into, but also I know that people here are going to be here to support me and to help me through any problem that I may have.
Funding for Galuwa Health is critical. Not only does Galuwa Health provide aspirations for our young people, it also provides an opportunity for them to learn more about career opportunities. This is why it's so important to our industry partners to see that this program actually works and that it does build aspirations and it's a real career outcome for them.
I left school when I was 15 and I started off life as a farmhand. Having the opportunity to go to university and have an education has meant that I've had experiences in life that I didn't even imagine existed. I've had the opportunity to travel internationally, to meet other Indigenous people. At the same time, it's given me financial security. And as a result of that, my children grew up in an environment where they just presumed that was quite normal. So as a result, all three of my children have gone to university. It's really about putting a person in a position where they can have a lifetime of meaningful work and contribute to society. So when you support an Indigenous person to be successful, you're really supporting a person who is essentially giving their life to make a contribution to others, and I think that's a really important point to remember.